Hi guys, I'm live. This is probably one of the most nonsense videos I may have ever done because I'm not even sure what I'm going to say. I just feel like talking to you guys. So how's that for a new low, LOL? I just want to talk and just say what's on my mind. I'm not even sure what I'm going to say. I usually have a thought planned out and I know what I'm talking about, but this time I just want to chat. I think it's funny about the Beelzebub thing. I've never seen the transcription to it. I didn't even know it exists, but then again, it must because everybody keeps saying that the song is in 9/8 time, which it is not. First of all, it's not in any one time signature. If you think that, you don't know time. It's got times when it's in 5/4. It's got time when it's in a couple measures. It's 4/4. The solo's in 7/8. There's a time when it's in 9/8. But wake the heck up, guys. But whatever. Read your little transcription that says it's 9/8, and whoever wrote that must know. LOL. And then people, even well-intentioned, think that I use the tab too. Like the moderator says, I like tabs. I'm not sure why he said that, but maybe even he was thinking, well, in case Jimmie does, I'm going to lean into it. I've never seen the tablature to this song. Even the moderator, even anybody. Prove that I ever did. Look it up. I'll give you my fucking phone and look at my search history. If you can find that I ever looked that song up, I'll give you $1,000. Anybody, prove it. And not only that, when I went live, I learned the bass intro differently than I had played it the first time. If I did tabs, which one did I use the tab on? The tab there's only one version of the tab. How come I played it one way, then I played it a different way? Not only that, I played it that different way by learning it right in front of you by ear, that I had not learned it correctly by ear the first time. If I did tabs, which one did I use the tab for and which one did I use as a decoy so that I could look like I did it by ear? Because obviously I played it two different ways. If I was going to do the tab, I would only have one way on at hand. Where'd the other second way come from? Do I have a second tab? Does a tab contradict itself? Does the tab change over time? Is a tab alive, living like maybe newspapers will be in 1,000 years? Whatever. I mean, it's funny how people put their limitations on me, because you couldn't conceive of somebody learning that bass solo by ear. I must have used tabs. I must be at fault. I must be a dang liar. I can't be telling the truth because you can't conceive that I'm not, because it breaks your. It challenges your limitation, not mine. I've been learning solos by ear since I was 15. Got a problem? I have a very good musical ear. I've already learned Jeff Berlin bass solos. I learned the solo to Water on the Brain Part 2 before tabs were even a thing, and that was in. I learned it. He played it in 1984 on Road Games. I learned it that same year. I learned Water on the Brain solo by Jeff Berlin, bass solo by ear when I was 17, 16, whatever. I think it was 16, 17, something like that. Just graduating high school. I'm 58. What now? I suddenly can't do that anymore. Or I never could in the first place, and I'm just talking. Whatever. And then people still think I care about Kai. First of all, I don't even care about David Lee Roth. Fuck you, David Lee Roth. I don't care about you. I don't want your gig. The guy that I'm talking to is a total geek, probably not even David at all. I probably shouldn't be talking about David because it doesn't need to be brought up. I don't want your gig. Kai can have it. Good for you, Kai. So Kai's a great guitar player, and I care because good for him. I'm glad he is. I'm glad people play guitar. I'm glad there's great guitar players. Kai, bless your heart. Rock on. What do I care? Well, whatever. Anyway, and on top of that, if I said anything at all, what is that? But anyway, I got demonetized for that video where I learned Beelzebub because it's copyright infringement. It's copyrighted material. So I realized, as much as fun as it is to film myself learning songs in the future, I'm not going to do that in general. But since I started Beelzebub, and I'm already demonetized for that video. I think I'll film myself learning the rest of it, just for this case. Since I started it and I said I might do it, I don't want to break, I don't want to break my word. I'll go live learning the rest of it or part of it or whatever I do. But as general rule, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to go online learning songs because it'll that song playing will take the copyright, will make a copyright infringement, and I won't get paid anything for ads or anything like that on it. And it takes a lot of motivation out of it for me because I do get money from YouTube. So but I didn't count on that. I wasn't planning on that. I didn't realize. Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh my gosh, they're not gonna. Otherwise, that would have been a fun little reality segment. But I'll do it for this song since I said I might, and I offered it to you guys. But since they're just going to demonetize me every time, I'm not going to do that all the time on all the songs I do. And what's funny, people are so non-musical when it comes to tabs and how much they trust whatever they read in a tab that they can't even hear me doing it. Anybody with a sound, sane musical ear can hear just from me learning Beelzebub intro that the song is not, at least not all the songs is in 9/8. There's no way he does that. And the way I count it out for you guys in 5/4 time, and then there's a 1, 2, a couple majors, there's 4/4, and then back to 5/4. What person can't see that that's not 9/8 time right in your face? But anyway, and then another thing to address. Then there's the hardcore haters that I have. I think they want me to kill myself. I think that's their end game. But I've been through that. I never attempted it, but I've thought about it. When I was in my 20s and the 90s and all that, I've already been through that, dude. I'm not. In fact, if anything, the fact that I've been through that is a strength, because if I have to DIE, I can face it, but it's not going to be at my hand because I've already been there. And it's a strength for me because I've already faced that stuff. So if you guys want me to kill me, if the hardcore haters out there want me to kill myself, I think that's a tall tree you're barking up. And I think you might find disappointment at the end of whatever trick that involves for you. But there's that, if you want me to not be me, like I'm supposed to not kill myself, but second best consolation prize, I just stop being shirtless guy. Screw you. What are you gonna do? What do you have to offer me that would make me do that? Either quit playing guitar, stop being shirtless guy, dress a different way, stop doing me, just conform to your little world because you're you and aren't you great? Highly doubtful. But go ahead, waste your energy. It's not my energy you're wasting, it's yours. Yeah. But having said that, we're all, that's what's funny about the people that really are against the real evil people, the reptilian, entities that really run this planet, want us being humans at each other's throat because it's divide and conquer. It's simple. As long as we fight each other, World War I, World War II, we kill each other, we hate each other. We are all losing by that. We're all losing because we're all against an enemy that's not human. Whether it's the demiurge, Yaldabaoth, the god that everybody worships, in churches all around the world, that evil monster he is. Or if it's more directly the alien, entities that rule us and want a new world order and want to bring us to our knees and control us more and more and more because they feed off our energy and love to, and they're evil and love to cause pain and suffering. But they have us at each other's throats, which only weakens our position against them, the real enemy. So that's why I talk this out, but I don't. At least to me, I don't hold on. I'm hurt. I'm human. I'm having ego and all that. But at the end of the day, I don't hold grudges. I talk it out first. Yeah, I publish stuff and then I delete it because I've gotten it out of my system. I have to express it, or it just eats, or it stays inside. I express things by posting, and then when I've processed it and it's no longer on my mind and I don't like the way it looks or feels anymore, I delete it. Well, that's called processing. I mean, that's healthy. That's the way therapists say to do it. Some of you guys want me to see a therapist. Well, what do you think I'm doing? I'm processing my feelings. That's all therapy is. It's just aided by somebody else, which I don't need and I'm not going to pay for and I'm not going to do. So I don't have the money for it, even if I wanted to. But that's not the only issue. I wouldn't do it even if I were a billionaire. I wouldn't see it. Well, maybe I would. I don't know. Just for fun. But I'm not seeking therapy. So that's another road. If you're barking up that tree to get me into therapy, good luck on that one. But anyway, I don't mean to be negative. I'm just processing my feelings. I just started talking. I didn't even have a topic. I just like talking to you guys. You know, if I have to, and I don't, I can be real on camera and I'm just myself and I'm just talking. I don't have a malicious intent. In fact, if anything, the evil people don't want me doing me because I don't have malicious intent, and maybe that scares them what I might do with what my purpose might be for being on this earth. It scares the people that want the status quo, that don't want change. Well, good. You should be scared. So be afraid, be very afraid, like Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. Anyway, I'm going to go live soon. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's a magic time, by the way, if you can Google it on YouTube. YouTube is not Google, but similar. There's like a connection. We all have a connection at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why so many people wake up, because they're all connected at 3 in the morning, and it's exactly 3 in the morning right now. Learning the rest of Beelzebub. I don't have anything up my sleeve. I just walk in the room and film it. If anybody, and you won't find any proof I don't do that, because that's what I'm doing. So dig all you want. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going in my room, in the hippie room. I'll learn some more Beelzebub this time, just for this song. I'm not going to do it every song because they demonetized me. I didn't see that coming. But since I offered it, semi-promised it, I'll do it. And see how it goes. Yeah, there's a little bit of it that's in 9/8 time. But so what? That's not the whole song. It's very little of the song. Actually, it's only a piece of the song. But okay. So anything else? Anything else while I'm here? Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace, love, and love.